What's important here? I think the boat, obviously. The boat. I think the other thing that's really important is this dark reflection of that mountain. So the way that comes up there, I want a mirror image of that here. The other thing I really like is when you look into this part of the water, it's really dark. It's really reflecting from the headland over here. So that's it. And if you half close your eyes, you can see a really dark band running through the middle. You need that dark, and there's that splash of white just there. And so just use this as a way forward, as a way of producing something nice and interesting. That's colourful, that's got all the temperatures, the cools and the warms. Okay, that's how we start every painting we're going to do this year. We think first about whether you'll be just about here, there's that, right, and then about there, there's this building here, and it's sort of that line comes all the way sort of down here. Then it's got a bit of a roof on it. There's another angle there. There's another angle there. So any of the things that are important need drawing. So I'm spending time around this bit because it's sort of somebody's, and then that comes up here. You got a couple of houses here, a couple of shapes there and there. Right, we got that. Now the boat is obviously about here. It's got grass here, bank. And then there's, just give myself an idea where the mountain starts here. That's it. Mix up some raw sienna. Mix up my verdita. Lots of water in there. Right, we're just getting, so that's quite nice. Got a bit of a grade on there. Right, and I'm now going to, again, very wet. It's quite light, isn't it, here? That's very light. So, come along. Come along. That's interesting going on there. Look, I've got a bit of a tide mark there. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put some raw sienna down there as well. Oops. Lifting out, thirsty brush. I don't mind that. It's like clouds, isn't it? A cloud formation there. I sort of don't mind it. Just got to get some of it just lifting a little bit. Right, there we go. Again, first light wash it has to be light. That's why it's called the first light wash. If you think it's dark, it won't be. It will always dry much lighter. But it's a subtle thing, and this is the time when you want to add more bits of colour and get some wet in wet. Again, I'm colouring in now, aren't I? I've got a pencil line. I'm just drawing against the pencil line. That's what happens. I mean, it's bad. It's just colouring in. Just leaving some of that grooves and things there. Quite important. Let's get a little bit of sepia down here. Wet in wet. Again, now's the time to do it. Some of that green and sepia going. Bit down, a bit deeper there. That comes down a little bit. Again, it's just that accentuate that, make it look like there's a. It's got a bit of dimension to it. It's retaining some light with the buildings. And this is the next bit, which is back to your verditer again. A lot of water, it's just getting this mix right. I think I might get some white paint out here in the end. Sepia, so you get this really quite rich colour. Around that bit. A little bit of blue up there. Something going here. Yeah, the darker you put around a white, the lighter it becomes. Yeah, it's just that really strong. We're at the closing end now, so I just lifted it straight. There's hardly any water in it. It's number 10 on the scale of water to pigment ratio. It's like a number 10. It's just solid pigment. When you're doing these sort of, you need to do some underneath. So it's almost like a bit of a reflection going on. Yeah. Little touch. Still very wet. See, I quite like that. That was, it needed a bit of punch between the foreground and the background. It needed some punch, deliver some punch in there somehow. I'm just going to get some white paint in the end. I think. Let's just do this. This boat's tricky. I must admit, I found this boat very tricky, the shape of it. I don't do boats very often. Adding a bit of burnt sienna. I just wanted a little bit of rich. I want to bring the eye to this boat. I think the rubber's coming out in a minute. Get rid of some of these. Strength, a bit of calligraphy. Just there. Just there. And there. Should be darker, shouldn't it? Just leaving more in here. I think once I got rid of these lines, they're disturbing. This line is in the wrong place. The pencil. Once it's bone dry and I rub those out, it's going to be much better. Put that little duck somewhere. I haven't got a line for the duck. There you go. There's a duck. I think that's about it. I've kept those mountains just backdrop. Trouble is, you can't keep playing around with values. If you do, you chuck more pigment. Fine with oils. Fine doing that with oil painting, but not with watercolor. It just doesn't work. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to get a rubber to it. I'm going to get some white paint, and I'm going to pick up just a little bit of that little one of those bits there, and then down here. I think that's quite important. And when I've got the white paint, I might just tidy up some of the boat just a little bit. Well, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed that. I went on to add a little bit of Chinese white at the end for those highlights and a little bit around the boat. I thought that was one of my most important videos, to be honest with you, because it went through the whole lot in real time. We looked at the 3 phases: the first light wash, the mid-tones and then all the dark accents at the end. That's the way you have to paint when you're painting watercolour landscape. And it's easy when you know how. I hope you can join me on Zoom at 2:30 every Wednesday, or even come along to some of my retreats in Europe. I've got some great ones going on. You can get more information on my website, which is frankwatercolours.com. Take care, see you again soon. Bye.